Hey Lakers Nation, ready for today's explosive news and some juicy trade rumors that could reshape our front court? Brace yourselves because today's story might just give us the missing piece to our championship puzzle. So let's dive right into the center of attention. The glaring hole in our roster has been exposed for all to see. We desperately need a legitimate center. When we essentially swapped Anthony Davis's role to accommodate Luka Doncic 2 weeks ago, we created a massive void in the middle that's been haunting us ever since. The failed Mark Williams trade was supposed to address this issue, but when he couldn't pass his physical, we were left scrambling. Sure, we just picked up veteran Alex Len off the waiver wire as a band-aid solution, but let's be real, that's not moving the needle for a franchise with championship aspirations. According to Forbes NBA contributor Evan Sidery, league insiders are pointing to two specific big men the Lakers are targeting this summer, and either one could be transformative for our roster construction. First up is Indiana's Myles Turner, a name that's been linked to the Lakers for what feels like an eternity. Standing at 6'11", with a sweet outside stroke, Turner represents the modern NBA center who can protect the rim, consistently among league leaders in blocks, while stretching the floor with reliable three-point shooting. This floor spacing ability would create driving lanes for both LeBron and Luka, while his defensive presence would allow us to actually contest shots at the rim, something we've struggled with mightily. The alternative target is Brooklyn's Nick Claxton, who brings a different but equally valuable skill set. While not a three-point threat, Claxton is an elite rebounder, shot blocker, and vertical spacing threat who would immediately become Luka's favorite lob target. Just imagine Doncic running pick and roll with a bouncy athletic center who can catch anything thrown near the rim. His defensive versatility would also allow us to switch more effectively against modern offenses. The elephant in the room is how we'd actually afford either of these players. Turner hits unrestricted free agency this summer and could command up to $30 million annually on the open market. Claxton is due $25 and $35 million next season on his current deal, meaning we'd need to send out matching salary in any potential trade. Rob Pelinka will need to perform some serious salary cap gymnastics to make either move work while keeping our core intact. This likely means parting with some combination of D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, and other rotational pieces, plus draft compensation. For a team already short on tradable picks, the price would be steep. But when you have a championship window, with LeBron James in his twilight years and two generational talents in Luka and AD, you simply have to go all in. Addressing our center position isn't just a luxury. It's an absolute necessity if we want to compete with the physical front courts of teams like Minnesota and Denver in the West. So what do you think, Lakers faithful? Would you prefer the floor spacing and rim protection of Turner, or the athleticism and lob-catching ability of Claxton? Which pieces would you be willing to sacrifice to bring in a legitimate center? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below, and if you want more exclusive Lakers trade rumors and roster construction analysis, make sure to hit that subscribe button. More Inside Lakers content coming your way soon. Hey Lakers Nation! Ready for today's explosive news and some absolutely shocking revelations about the trade that rocked the NBA? Brace yourselves because today's story is sending shockwaves through the entire basketball world. So let's dive right into this absolute bombshell. The basketball community continues to be utterly stunned by what many are now calling the most lopsided trade in modern NBA history. In a revealing annual survey conducted by The Athletic, where they polled 150 actual NBA players about this season's biggest stories, one player didn't mince words about the Luka Doncic trade, calling it probably the worst decision in modern basketball history. Let that sink in. Not just fans or media members, but Luka's own peers in the league are absolutely shocked by Dallas's decision to send a 26-year-old generational talent to the Lakers. And it's not just one isolated opinion. The Athletic's report suggests this sentiment is practically unanimous across the league. What makes this situation even more fascinating is how Mavericks GM Nico Harrison continues trying to defend the indefensible. His public justifications have become increasingly desperate, repeatedly falling back on the tired cliché that defense wins championships, despite analytics showing the Mavs ranked in the 81st percentile defensively with Doncic on the floor this season. Perhaps most shocking of all was Harrison's recent admission that he didn't really understand the extent of what Luka meant to Mavericks fans. How is it possible that an NBA general manager could be so completely disconnected from his fan base that he didn't grasp the significance of trading away a player who was widely considered the face of the franchise and one of the top 5 players in the entire league? According to ESPN's Tim McMahon, the relationship between Luka and the Mavericks began deteriorating back in summer 2023, stemming from disagreements about training staff, medical personnel, and injury recovery practices. This behind-the-scenes tension apparently festered for months before the shocking February trade. While USA Today's Jeff Zillgett tried offering the most charitable perspective possible on Dallas's return package, highlighting Anthony Davis's defensive impact and Max Christie's development into a starter with improving three-point shooting, virtually every other analyst has given the Mavericks a failing grade for this transaction. The immediate results speak volumes. The Lakers went 21-13 after acquiring Luka, securing the number 3 seed in the Western Conference and establishing themselves as legitimate contenders for years to come. Meanwhile, the Mavericks' season ended in embarrassing fashion with a 120-106 loss to Memphis in the play-in tournament. To make matters worse for Dallas, they're now facing a summer where Kyrie Irving can opt out of his contract and become a free agent, all while recovering from a torn ACL that could keep him sidelined for a significant portion of next season. Harrison claims confidence that Irving will stay, but the uncertainty only compounds what's becoming an organizational crisis. For Lakers fans, this entire situation feels like watching a miracle unfold in real time. Rob Pelinka somehow managed to acquire a transcendent talent who's just entering his prime years while maintaining enough roster flexibility to build a championship-caliber team around him. It's the type of franchise-altering transaction that comes along once in a generation. So what do you think, Lakers faithful? Is this truly the worst trade in modern NBA history, as that anonymous player suggested? And how much credit should Pelinka receive for recognizing this opportunity and pouncing on it? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you want more exclusive Lakers content analyzing how this historic trade continues to reshape the NBA landscape, make sure to hit that subscribe button. More Inside Lakers analysis coming your way soon.